guys, Coach Brian with another workout for you. Today, we're gonna be training our back with a little bit of biceps. You'll have a couple circuits, but before we get started, I wanted to talk about training your back. There's many reasons why we should incorporate training our back with our fitness routine. Not only does it have aesthetic purposes specifically for us females, but also health reasons within our actual body. So I'm going to start out by talking about the health reasons. A lot of us sit at a desk all day long, or we all have issues with slouching a lot. So when we're sitting at a desk all day long, or the majority of the day, or we find ourselves slouching a lot, we're actually somewhat hunching forward. Our shoulders kind of have this forward rotation, our back is nice and rounded, and that's typically when you start feeling that lower back pain from sitting around all day long. Also, most of us like to do things like push-ups, especially men. They love to train the chest. So basically what you're doing is you're creating a little bit more tightness within those shoulders as well, and then you're having shoulder pain as well as some lower back pain. So a great way to kind of combat this is by actually training your back. Any type of rowing motion, anything that's opening up that chest, strengthening those back muscles, so that way we can actually create a little bit better posture, get those shoulders down and rotated back in place where they need to be. This will also help you alleviate some other shoulder back pain, lower back pain. That is if there isn't an underlying injury, of course. The second thing is aesthetic, and I'm actually specifically talking to the ladies out there. We like to neglect training our back because it's not really the thing that we're the most concerned with as far as how we look. But I'm here to tell you, you really should incorporate training your back. The reason why is your back actually will help you create that hourglass figure. So we have a muscle right under here called our lats. And so if you think about it, if you have these hips and then you focus on having kind of that smaller waist, well, in order to create that hourglass, you need that top portion of your hourglass. So training your shoulders, but also specifically your back is gonna help build this out. Then you have your hips, and that's gonna give you an illusion of a smaller waist. So training your back for everybody is very important to do. So I highly recommend that you incorporate back training in your fitness routine. So hopefully you guys like this workout, and let's get started. So for your first 15-minute circuit, we're gonna have a little bit lower rep counts, and I did give you some rep ranges as well. We're starting out with a banded lat pull down. So we're gonna keep those arms straight, make sure you keep that tension in the band the entire time. And you're squeezing, almost in a way, puffing up your chest. If you've ever done a lat pull down at the gym, this is the same type of feeling that you wanna get. You wanna keep that tension in the band the entire time. I do have the band doubled up, so if you need to, you can always do it without doubling it up as well for that banded lat pull down. Next, we have bent over rows. Try to go heavy on this. Keep that back nice and straight. So try not to hunch that back forward. You want those shoulders down, away from those ears, down and back. And you're squeezing, pulling with those back muscles, the back of those shoulder blades, bringing those elbows close to your body. Next, we have hammer curls. So again, try to go heavy on this, this first circuit. Palm's gonna stay facing towards your body, and keep those elbows plastered to your side. I'm kind of showing you on this little side angle that you want to keep those elbows close to your body. All right, next exercise is the back extension. You're gonna really feel this in that lower back. Make sure you keep those toes to the ground. Hands are behind your head. It's great to actually strengthen that lower back if you do actually have some lower back pain and it's not related to a specific injury. It's great to do exercises just like this. Next is a side plank hip dip. You'll have 10 reps on each side, so make sure you do both sides. Keep that elbow in line with those shoulders, stacking those feet up. Your other hand is on your opposite hip, and drive those hips down and back up. And I'm showing you the option. You can always bend that bottom knee if you need to for that side plank hip dip. So moving on into your second circuit, you're kind of looking for a little bit higher rep counts in this one, and you're going to get those muscles kind of burning. Think of a pump, as us bodybuilders like to say. Starting out with a seated row. So wrap that band around something that's obviously sturdy enough. Keep those elbows close to your body and sit up nice and straight, keeping that core nice and tight. Now next is a banded pull apart. One of my favorite exercises to try to help those shoulders from rounding forward. You're strengthening the muscle in the very back of that shoulder. You want to make sure that those palms are staying down, and I'm showing you here, you can also double up that loop if that tension isn't strong enough for you. The main thing I want you to focus on, as you notice, my shoulders. You don't want those shoulders to creep up towards those ears. You want them down and back. Next, we have a kneeling single arm row. So you can take that band, set it underneath your foot, and row once again, squeezing the back of those shoulder blades. I'm showing you the option if that tension once again isn't enough. You can always take it to that staggered stance if you need to. Moving on, you have 15 toe reaches. Keep those feet nice and flexed. And the point of this is just to obviously strengthen that core as well, but give that back a little bit of a break within this circuit. Reach for those toes. I'm going to show you the option. You can always bend those knees to help reduce that range of motion if you need to. Then your last exercise is a banded bicep curl, about 15 to 20 reps. You're just looking to really burn out those biceps. You can always step on more of that band if you need to increase that tension within that band, but bust out about 15 to 20 reps for this one. Hopefully you guys liked this video. If you want to see more of these types of videos, leave me a comment in the section below, like this video, give me some suggestions of what you want to see next, and hopefully I'll see you in the next workout.